personally? What do you take away from 2018?
Not quite the ending we had in mind. I think there are a lot of successes. I think from how much everything we had to deal with. It's kind of looking back on it the last year and in a couple of weeks here. It's just kind of nice to be able to relax a little bit, not have to worry about not only soccer but everything outside of soccer, living conditions, like where we're gonna live, what what to do with the apartments, so all of the stuff outside of soccer. It's nice to just kind of be able to relax from that. So that's definitely positive. But as far as soccer, it's such a great locker room. And a lot of those guys, I expect a lot of them to be back. It's so much fun playing for the staff. It's just fun showing, just showing up here every day. I think it's just something that I don't take for granted. Such a positive environment. We're learning every day. But like I said, not quite the ending we had in mind. There are a lot of positives, man, for what we were asked to do and everything outside of soccer. I thought we handled it very well, and we pushed one of the best teams in the league history to the limit.
You guys talked all year about balancing that and not letting the outside stuff impact your play, but how much does it weigh on players? Looking back on it now, having a bit of resolution, how much does it weigh on you, like you said, outside of the soccer part of it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I was actually talking about that with my girlfriend this morning. They're, waking up today, it's obviously a weird feeling, the day after. But I don't think we quite knew, at least I didn't personally. I didn't quite know the the extent and how much weight actually that did have on us.
Mm-hmm.
And being from Ohio and coming back last year, I was happy to be around family again. And the last year's been hectic. It's been, I think I answered at least one question about it every day, pretty much. So not to have that weight off off our shoulders, and just to this morning I woke up and it just felt a little refreshing. Obviously there's still that heartache.
Right.
We didn't think we were over. I truly didn't think this was going to end last night. So I didn't know. I felt that way personally. I know everybody in the locker room felt that way. But there's just a little sense of relief that we can finally be able to provide some answers for people. To see obviously there's a lot of heartache from the fans too, but to see that emotional support from them, to be able to them to say, I'm glad this wasn't, this game didn't mean the last
Right.
game of not only this year but the last game of the Cruise history. So that is one positive that we can take into the offseason.
I remember last year, we talked to you at the same sort of end of the year media availability, and you were like, everyone's here is really excited for next year. Like, we think we're on this big upswing. Can you compare that to how you feel right now? I know it's a little bit different heading in the offseason, but it sounds like you sound positive again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with this staff, I said it before, I'll say it again. I'll take this team, this locker room against anybody in the league. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way on this team. So obviously we didn't make it quite as far last year, but last year we lost to what people consider the best team in league history, and this year the points and the standings kind of proved that same thing. So I think last year and this year we proved what type of team we are, and we proved we can push any team to the limits. And again, I'm excited personally for next year. I can't wait to get started.
But it sounds like there is a victory in the sense there is no upheaval, and as I said last night, that the team lives on.
Exactly, yeah. That is, the one positive that I can think about, this morning. As I woke up, not only could I celebrate a good season, but at the end of the day, we do get to come back, and we do get to put on this jersey again, and Columbus has its team back. So, I think that's a positive for everybody.
You mentioned this staff, but obviously Gregg's name has been attached to the national team stuff. Has he addressed that with you guys at this point, or anything?
No, we haven't heard anything about that. So, I'm going to leave that alone.
You mentioned this group